What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a Star Wars The Vintage Collection market update. Lots of great items sold here recently, and lots of graded items sold at auction that I wanted to cover in more detail. I also have some ungraded examples, of course, because not everybody likes graded vintage collection. There was even a miscard that sold for a song and a dance. What a great price it was. So, as always, thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys allow me to make more and better videos. My patreon.com/actionfiguregrader website covers all the details in case you want to join up and become a member. You get 24 hours early access to all my videos. Let's dig into some really great items here. We're going to start where it all started. VC01 Dengar, and this one was graded 85 plus by Collector Archive Services. The subgrades were 85, 90, 90 for an overall 85 plus, and this is a beautiful, beautiful example. And it was listed, I think the starting bid price was $149.95. And if you guys watch these vintage collection market updates, you know that ungraded, this thing can sell for $90 to $100 pretty easily, if not more than that. So the final winning bid was $152.50 with free shipping. That is a fantastic deal for an 85 plus Dengar. I know who bought it, and I'm not going to say who, but congratulations. It was a great price. He was worried that he overpaid for it. I was like, come on, man, you clearly don't watch my videos, because Dengar ungraded goes for 85 to 90 bucks minimum when it's in good shape. This one's already been graded. It costs 60 bucks to grade one of these, plus shipping to and from the grading company. So $152.50 free shipping. That is a fantastic deal. Next up, we had another graded item. This was an uncirculated 9.0 Clone Trooper VC15. Uncirculated for the early TVC, very tough to find, unpunched example. $157.52 was the final winning bid, plus $16 shipping. That is a great price as well. And for the vast majority of these, the graded examples sold at or below what the ungraded examples go for. And to me, that's just a fantastic deal. I think it's just part of it's the holidays. People are just not spending. Obviously, the collecting market is down versus the highs in June of earlier this year. So to get this one for $157, I mean, that is a great deal. Uncirculated 9.0 gold label, modern scale AFA figure, unpunched early example, VC15. Yes, please. That is a great buy, whoever got that one. Another good one was this one. This one went for a little bit more money, obviously. This is an uncirculated 9.0 unpunched General Grievous. What a gorgeous example. And I wasn't sure where this one was going to end up. I was expecting probably around $300, I guess. It sold for $325 plus $16 shipping. I mean, to me, any of these very, very early, sub VC20 that are unpunched and uncirculated grading, that's very, very tough to find right now. I mean, it's just, they're so old. These figures are like me. They're really, really old. And it's hard to find them. So to get an uncirculated 9.0 General Grievous, whew, for $325, I would pay that all day long personally if I was in the market. So that's a great buy. Next up was a Kit Fisto. This was VC29 unpunched, and this was over in Europe. It was for sale for 199.90 euros, which is about 210 US dollars, and it sold for 190 euros. That was the best offer that was accepted. Very clean card back, as you can see. This is the US card unpunched. That equates to about roughly $200 plus shipping, so I think that's a pretty fair price. Maybe a little high. I mean, we've seen some examples that have sold 140, 150, but this one looked pretty clean. And if it's what I've come to realize is that for these early TVC, when collectors are filling in holes in their collection and they know a specific figure that they really, really want, and that it's unpunched and in very, very clean condition like this one, they're willing to pay up for it. And I think that's the case here, where someone probably just didn't have a Kit Fisto and been putting it off, waiting for that exact right one in terms of condition. And, also it was over in Europe. It's the US card. Maybe they already had the European version with the warning stickers on the back, and they wanted to have the US card to go with it. All of those factor into what the final sales price was, but 210 took that one home. Got a couple of different VC64 Princess Leia in her slave outfit. This is the Revenge of the Jedi punched example with a little bit of wear to it. Obviously, it had the limited edition prototype Armor Fett offer sticker with the paperwork inside. But it is the Revenge of the Jedi, and this one sold for $172.50 plus $10 shipping. And then likewise, the exact same card in an unpunched example sold down in Australia for 300 Australian dollars, which is 202 US dollars. So pretty tight price range there. Obviously, I'd rather have the unpunched example for $25 more, but obviously the shipping was a lot more. It's $30 shipping versus $10 or whatever it was. So again, is that fair right now? Yeah, I think both of those prices are fair. I mean, earlier this year, this was hitting $250, $275, $300 ungraded, and then graded examples. I mean, we documented one that was a high grade one that sold for like $900 by Jeff's Collectible Empire. So prices are way down versus those highs, but this is a pretty good price range to aim for. 175, maybe up to 225 after you factor in shipping on this one. But both of them are pretty good deals in my mind. Next up was Star Killer, unpunched card, US card, and the pictures are sideways, but it looked pretty clean overall. Very nice and straight card back. That one again was down in Australia, $135. $135. This was $200 earlier this year. So $135 plus $23 shipping. That's a good buy. That's a really good buy. You can't beat the original Star Killer. I mean, I know he's coming back here soon, but with the Darth Maul offer sticker, I've got this one in my collection signed by Sam Witwer, who was the actor that portrayed and did the voice likeness for Star Killer in The Force Unleashed. And, to me, this is one of my favorites in the entire early TVCs. And to get it for $135, great buy. Next up, on the other end of the spectrum, is one that went way higher than I expected. This is the European release for the original VC-102 Ahsoka, graded UKG 90%. You can see on the back there, it's got the warning label. I've got the Canadian, I've got the US card, but I don't have this one. And this is one I'd love to have in my collection. But UKG 90% were the subgrades, 90, 90, 95 were the subgrades, excuse me. That one sold for 510 pounds in an auction, which equates to about 623 US dollars. Now that seems like a lot of money, but you have to remember this is graded. It's the original issue. It's the harder to find European card back. And, I know that she's been re-released in kind of an updated mold, but earlier this year, this was going $1,500 to $1,800 graded in high grade like this. So to get it for about, let's call it about a third of the price now, it's probably a fair price, quite honestly. I wish I had it, but I just don't have $600 laying around right now. Here was an AFA 90 Republic Trooper character debut, original release, 90, 85, 90 were the sub scores, unpunched US card. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That one sold in an auction for $247.50 plus $20 shipping. Again, the prices are down a little bit, but ungraded, this still goes for $100 to $125 pretty easily in near mint plus condition. So to get an AFA 90 with the 3-tier grading, which I always like to see, versus the modern scale, that's a great buy in my mind. I'd pay that too. Next up, we got another data point for Jocasta Nu, the Brian Toys exclusive. Prices are coming down just a little bit. This one sold for $152.05 plus $15 shipping. We talked about this one in past updates where this was commanding over $200. So this price came in a little bit below expectations, but $152 took that one home. A graded Cara Dune. This one was graded 9.25 uncirculated on the modern scale with AFA. It was listed for $280, but the actual sales price was $238. So I don't know why it shows as this closed sales price of $280. It was not. It was $238 took that one home. Now, I'll let you think about it, but what is a circulated 9.0 go for? So this one was a buy it now versus a circulated, so it doesn't have the uncirculated designation, and it's a 9.0 versus a 9.25. And it was at auction versus a buy it now. So that one sold for $238, and this one sold in an auction for $111.50. So clearly this was the better deal, but it's got the archival case as well, which is a nice upgrade. But it doesn't have the uncirculated designation, which some picky collectors care about. I'm not that person, but some people do. But that's a good buy. $111.50 plus $17 shipping is a great buy. Same seller also had the Rogue One Darth Vader 9.0 on the modern scale. That sold for $57 plus $17 shipping. That's not much more above grading cost. That's a great buy. The Mandalorian in a 9.25 grade, so very, very high grade, sold for $68. This is the original issue Mandalorian. It's one of those kind of must-have pieces for your collection if you like the vintage collection and you love the Mandalorian like I do. And to get it for not much more than grading cost, $68 plus $17 shipping for a 9.25 grade is an awesome buy. Next up is the Beskar Armor Mandalorian in a 9.0 grade on the modern scale. That sold for $56.78. It costs $55 plus shipping to and back from AFA for this item, or $45 on the modern scale, plus shipping to and back. And to get it for $56 plus $17 shipping, that's a bargain price. Next up, the Child in a 9.25 grade. Same seller had this one, $77.76 plus $17 shipping. Took that home. Another really good buy. And now we got to dig into the miscard. This miscard is one that I've seen a few times, so it's not super rare. But it's got Mace Windu on the Obi-Wan Kenobi Attack of the Clones card back reissue. Factory error miscard. It looked legit. And it sold at auction for $258.64. That is well down versus some of the other miscards that we've seen. So that's a great buy. And congratulations, whoever got that, for $258. That is a really, really good price. Most miscards these days seem to go for $350 to $400 plus. And to get it for $258 plus shipping was a good buy. The other one I wanted to cover, I think this was in a what to buy video. This is kind of a one-of-a-kind misprint with the Sand Trooper where the silver foil is missing. So it's kind of a blank card back, factory error. Really, really unique. First time I've ever seen one like this. But this one was listed for $1,000, and I said it probably would sell for about $800. And the best offer that was accepted was $800. $800 took that one home. So again, that's more money than I would spend. But if you're into factory errors and kind of rare one-of-a-kind items like this, it looks 100% legit. And congratulations, whoever got it for $800. That's a beautiful item. Next up, we got a couple of other items that I think I had in a what to buy video, and we were curious to see where this one would end up. I was expecting at least $250 for this VC-115 Darth Vader Emperor's Wrath, graded 90 by Collector Archive Services. This one just closed up in an auction for $219 free shipping. That's a good buy. Unpunched example, US card. Can't do much better than that. That's a really good price considering what they go for, oftentimes ungraded in high-grade condition. Weequay, this one was graded CAS 90. This one also sold for $149.95. And again, given that he can often sell for $100 ungraded, to get one already graded 90 grade for $150 free shipping, that was a good buy as well. And then finally, I wanted to talk about the Archive Edition book with slipcase and all of the stretch tiers. This one sold for $300 free shipping. It looks like a gorgeous book. I do not have this book, but it's got all of the different coins, which can go for a lot of money just by themselves. All of the different inserts and book covers. Some of the portfolio edition of the Ralph McQuarrie reprints. Lots of great extras in there. Lots of extra swag. And then, of course, the Blue Milk book. So again, $300 took that one home. Free shipping. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon.